Innovation in the Workplace Environment. Hello and welcome to today's lesson on innovation in the workplace environment. In today's fast-changing world, innovation is not just about fancy technology or creative ideas, it's about practical improvements in how work gets done. This session will guide you through evaluating changes in the workplace and ensuring sure they are truly effective. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand how to measure the success of a change, how to collect the right data, and how to use that information to support your team and improve performance. Whether you're managing people, processes, or products, knowing how to assess innovation properly can help turn a good idea into a real success story. Evaluation of workplace change. Now, let's explore how we measure change in the workplace. Any change must be assessed using clear and visible indicators. This helps track how well the change is working and whether it brings real benefits. Here are 4 key areas to focus on. Cost effectiveness. Is the change financially worthwhile? Staff response and performance. How are employees reacting? And is productivity going up? Customer needs. Are we still meeting what our customers expect? Actual versus expected outcomes. Did we achieve what we set out to do? Simple example. If you roll out a new service process to cut waiting times, but customers are still queuing, something needs adjusting to be adjusted. That's why we measure outcomes clearly, not just hope for the best. Communicating the results. Once the results are in, don't keep them to yourself. Share them openly with your team. Honest communication is vital. Whether the change worked brilliantly or needs some fixing, your team deserves to know what was expected, what actually happened, what needs improvement, what actions are recommended. By involving your team in the review, you build trust and encourage ownership of the changes. For example, imagine telling your team, "We expected a 15% boost in productivity, but we only saw 8%. Here's where we can tweak things." That sort of transparency brings people together and often sparks even better ideas. Now, once we know we need to evaluate, the next question is, how do we go about it? Process for evaluating change. There's a clear 4-step process for evaluating change in the workplace. Step 1, form a team. Step 2, collect relevant data. Step 3, analyze that data. Step 4, share your results. Each of these steps helps ensure that the change is not just only introduced, but also understood, tested, and improved if needed. Over the next slides, we'll break down each step so you can see exactly how to do it in a real work setting. Ready to dive into the first step? Step 1, form a team. Let's begin with step 1, form a team. When it comes to evaluating workplace change, don't do it alone. The best insights often come from the people closest to the change, your team. Make sure your evaluation group includes those who will be part of future decision-making, are in charge of implementing or maintaining the change, are directly affected by it. This mix brings a range of perspectives and helps to create more realistic and workable solutions. Step 1, form a team. Once the team is formed, the next step is to define the issue clearly. The more specific you are, the easier it will be to find and evaluate a good solution. Vague problems lead to vague outcomes. After that, start brainstorming possible solutions. This isn't about finding the perfect fix straight away. It's about putting ideas on the table and working through them as a group. Step 1, form a team. Before jumping into action, think about how you'll measure success. Come up with 1 or 2 methods to check if your solution is actually working. And here's a smart tip. Using more than one method gives you a clearer, more reliable picture. It's like checking the weather on 2 different apps before heading out. You'll feel more confident about what to expect. Step 2, collect relevant data. All right, once your team has brainstormed a solution and figured out how to measure success, it's time for step 2, collect relevant data. This step is all about gathering the right information so you can see what impact the change is actually having. Focus on 3 main types of data: what led to the change in the first place, how the change was introduced, and what happened after it was implemented. Keeping good records here is crucial. It helps you look back, learn from experience, and decide whether the change is worth repeating. Now don't forget to think practically. How will you collect the data? How often should you check? And when is the best time to measure results? In some cases, a simple before and after comparison works just fine, especially for short-term changes, like a new training session. So this step is about making sure you're not guessing. You're observing, recording, and preparing to make an informed judgment. Step 2, what to assess. Now, what should we actually assess? It depends on 2 things: the expected outcomes, what do we hope to achieve, the nature of the change, what kind of change is it? For example, if you're trialing a new task process, you might assess time savings or error rates. Staying focused on the purpose of the change will help you collect data that's relevant and useful, not just a pile of numbers. Common data collection methods. So, how exactly can we collect data? There are several practical methods you can use, and it's best to combine more than one to get a fuller picture. Some of the most common options include surveys, quick, efficient, and great for gathering opinions, interviews and records, helpful for deeper insights or tracking existing data, observations, watch how things actually work in real time. Focus groups, get feedback through group discussion. Environmental measures, check the physical workplace for signs of improvement or issues. Each method brings something different to the table. Choose what works best for your workplace and the kind of change you're assessing. Pre-change evaluation. Before any change happens, it's smart to pause and take stock of the current situation. This is called pre-change evaluation. Ask yourself and your team, what's already working well? What's not going so well? Can we improve the quality? And if yes, where and how? Are there any delays or bottlenecks in service or production? And what changes might help fix those issues? This kind of reflection sets a strong foundation. It tells you where you stand and what to focus on as you move forward. Post-change evaluation. Once the change has been implemented, it's time to check. Did it work? This is your post-change evaluation, and it helps answer 4 simple but powerful questions. How has the workplace been changed? Are those changes better or worse than before? Is the change actually effective? And is there anything that still needs adjusting? Think of this step as holding up a mirror. It shows you what's improved, what's stuck, and what still needs work. Together, the pre- and post-change evaluations give you a full picture of progress. Step 3, analyze data. Next, we move on to step 3, analyze the data. Once you've gathered the information, it's time to make sense of it. The goal here is to work out whether the change has been effective. Depending on how complex the change is and how much data you've got, this step can be quite simple or a bit more involved. Either way, the key is to stay focused on the main question. Is the change delivering the results we expected? When analyzing data, to make the analysis clearer and more collaborative, here are 3 helpful actions. First, allow your team members to review the results individually. This avoids group bias and encourages honest input. Second, come together to discuss the outcomes and draw conclusions about the change. What do the results tell you? Third, summarize everything clearly so that everyone, no matter their role, can understand what's going on. Keeping it simple, but thorough, is what makes this step useful, not just a paperwork exercise. Continuing the data collection. And don't stop just yet, even after the initial analysis. It's often worth keeping the data collection going. Why? Because this gives you a baseline for future improvements, and it helps you understand the long-term effects of the change. What seemed like a great improvement in the first week might look different after a month. So continuing to monitor results can reveal patterns and help guide smarter decisions over time. Step 4. Share your results. Let's move into Step 4. Share your results. Once the data has been analyzed, the next step is to share what you found, especially with the people who were impacted by the change. Keep them informed about what was studied, what was discovered. The more people understand the process and the findings, the more likely they'll support future improvements. A great way to do this is by holding workgroup meetings where results are discussed openly. This builds understanding, encourages feedback, and keeps everyone involved in the improvement journey. Step 4. Share your results. When sharing results, start simple. You don't need to present full conclusions right away. Begin with the basic findings that help people process the information and start thinking about what it all means. To keep things visible and accessible, post results in common areas like lunchrooms, locker rooms, or the staff notice board. This creates an open feedback culture and keeps improvement top of mind. That brings us to the end of our lesson on innovation in the workplace environment. Today, we've learned how to evaluate changes step by step, from forming a team to collecting and analyzing data, and finally, sharing what you found. These skills will help you measure success, spot what needs to improve, and make your workplace more responsive and effective. Feel free to ask any questions if you'd like to explore more. Goodbye, and see you next time.